Tonight, before you go to bed, make an inspection tour of your ice box. How's that Pabst Blue Ribbon supply holding out? Tomorrow morning when your dealer says, "What did you have?" say, "Pabst Blue Ribbon." What else?
Just let it rip. Let it rip. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hello Harem podcast. I'm your host, Alex Luby, and I'm joined, as always, by the horniest of homies to sail the seven seas, Mr. Anthony Luby and Luke Farnsworth. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Grimy fucking cocksucking Brooklyn squirrel stole my egg roll.
My fucking egg roll.
Cocksucking Brooklyn squirrel stole my fucking egg roll.
I love the term cocksucker.
That was our
grimy ass. That was our bit when we were in Boston the whole time.
Yeah, so like every trip we go on, there's a bit. That was the bit.
That was the bit, and it was
Brooklyn-
really funny.
Grimy cocksucking Brooklyn squirrel.
Boston ass squirrel stole my fucking cream pie.
We did get cream pied in Boston, though.
Yeah, we got the shirts. I got cream pie, and then in the back it says "in Boston."
In Boston.
Saturday night, we really got it.
Yeah, we did. Holy shit.
That being said, tiramisu, banging.
Was it
Best
good?
Was it?
tiramisu I've ever had. Best tiramisu
Okay,
I've ever had in my life.
Ever since that you got that tiramisu, it's come up in like 7 different conversations for me. How was the coffee ratio in this tiramisu? Was it a little bit? Was it like enough, or was it a little more excessive?
I think it depends on how you like it. I thought it was enough, but
With this particular, okay, was it low, medium, or high? Just in generally rating it. Would you say there was not enough coffee? There was, it was good, or was it like dripping out of the thing?
I would say it's a happy upper medium.
Okay. That's how I like my tiramisu, except I like it higher. I like when it's quite literally wet.
It wasn't
makes sense.
wet, but it was like, I don't know how to say it, so that sounds so fucking white. It was creamy.
I
like-
like when the coffee is like dripping.
When it's
out.
like a drink in your cake. Yeah. I love
You
that.
like what it. So it's like. Do you like
It
the
was kinda-
physical consistency of it to be kind of wet?
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds terrible. I'm not gonna.
No,
front
it's
with you right now.
amazing. With the sweetness of the tiramisu mixed with the bitterness of the coffee, and also it's like a refreshing drink also in your tiramisu.
I
It's
think
my favorite. It's my favorite way to eat it.
I think I don't think we're taking sides here, but I'm gonna side with Luke. Like, if I'm having tiramisu, it's a dessert that should be not in liquid form.
It was kind of puddingy.
That's
Good job.
that's cool. Good job, pudding.
Yeah. Pudding.
Good job. It was kind of puddingy, so it was like not firm, like
Yeah,
dry.
I think that
tiramisu.
sounds like a
I think-
moist cakey.
Icky.
Alex, do you want it swimming? That's kind of weird.
A little bit, yeah.
And let it swim.
Let
it swim. I like it the way Luke describes. It's still very good, but I like it when it's really coffee.
I mean, it had a strong coffee taste.
That's what I would want. Like, just a strong coffee taste in my sweet
I also
dessert.
want it to be kind of like a sponge, you know?
That's
Uh,
kind of strange, buddy.
very
it's
much.
so
You are
good.
losing me.
It's
No, that's-
so good. It's so good.
Like,
You're
if
losing me
you
a
hold it
lot.
up on one end, does the other end rip off because it's so heavy with liquid?
No, you eat it with a fork.
I could pick it up
That's
it
should
was
be able
awesome
to stay intact.
because it had
Maybe it's just enough where it bends.
it had a
Not quite break.
structural integrity, so I could
Right.
pick it up and eat it like a brownie if I wanted
That's-
to.
Like
how
I
it
would, I
should be.
wouldn't put it in a bowl of cold coffee and eat it with a spoon like cereal. Like that's excessive. But when it's damp, damp is a good word.
I don't want my baked goods to be damp.
I don't want any of my baked goods to be damp.
You're a little strange.
It's really good.
Like even no, guys, I swear it's good, guys. Promise. It's like I don't want it to be when you get like a chocolate lava cake and then you have ice cream with it and all the ice cream melts. And
Oh,
you're just
yeah,
eating-
that's
You're just
nasty.
eating like cereal
You're
with
eating-
chocolate lava
it's
cake
like a
in it.
Yeah,
soup.
see, that's different.
How?
Wow, that's the exact same
That's what you
consistency we're
described.
talking about.
Nuh-uh. No, it's different because the ice cream is like a milk, The coffee's it's a thin liquid. It's like a water.
It's
It's
still a
different because
liquid.
that's that dessert and this is my dessert, so it's
Yeah.
not the same.
So I'm right. They're wrong.
You're wrong.
It's just I'll
Thank
make
God.
some one time and I'll change your guys' mind.
I don't think
You're
I
gonna
want your
make
tiramisu.
tiramisu.
No, I would fuck it up so bad.
Alex would like dump it.
Okay, now I pose the question: where did you have this spongy, liquid, soupy tiramisu?
Well, I've had tiramisu a handful of times.
Where are you
Um,
buying
this-
it from? Where it's pissing coffee?
Actually, it wasn't bought; it was made. One of the people I used to work with at Hollister made tiramisu one time.
Sounds like they've just
Yeah, it
fucked
sounds
it
like
up.
they just fucked it up, and you were
Sounds
like,
Well, she,
like
that's what she said. She's
"Whoa!"
like, I kind of fucked it up. She's like, I kind of messed it up, and then when I had some, I was like, oh, this is so good. Like, this is amazing.
Like, I don't
It
doubt
sounds like she fucked up. When she came, she's like, "Yeah, I fucked this,
this is
up.
fucked, so
really
I brought it
bad.
in for
This isn't-
everybody.
This isn't how you make this."
I don't doubt that it tasted good. I just don't like how you prefer it to be more liquid than sponge cake. That's just like wrong.
No, it's good.
I'm
It's
sure
really
it
good.
was. I'm sure it was.
I get what you're saying by like the integrity of a cake.
I
to
don't want
be
cake to melt
structurally
in my
sound.
mouth. You know, it's a solid, not a liquid.
Or a gas.
Yeah, it's not a gas
It's
either.
definitely not a gas.
Coffee gas.
I get that
No.
every morning, dude.
Yo, this coffee is gas. I think I got out of bottle real quick. I just need to check it.
You know what else is gas? It's gas when you guys hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. You can ring that bell for notifications when we upload. We upload weekly. Gamer awards are not on this channel, but they could be.
Gas.
Was that all the reverb?
No, that was half.
Do all
Yeah.
the reverb.
Give us all the sauce.
No, say grimy ass cocksucking Brooklyn squirrel stole my fucking egg roll
Fucking
with
egg
reverb.
roll.
Grimy ass cocksucking Brooklyn squirrel stole my fucking egg roll.
Was that all the reverb?
That was all. That was full blow. That was
Was,
full blow.
Fairly underwhelming, if
Yeah.
I'm honest.
Probably not much different than half.
It really sounded pretty similar.
Yeah, I mean this is like a $40 mic.
$40
I
mic.
actually
Yeah, it's
had
yeah, I have a
$40
mic.
$40 mic.
$40 mic. Yeah,
I
40,
do have-
$40 mouse.
fun thing for this week for when Alex asks us the inevitable question that
Ah.
we never have an answer for. I do have something this
All
week.
Well, let me
right.
pose that question, Luke. I'm glad you were asked. What did you guys do this week?
I'll answer first. I'm done. That was it. I didn't do
Good
anything.
answer. Good answer, Thorpe. Good answer. So, I drove back home Monday from trip to
Boat.
Massachusetts. That's what it's called. USS Massachusetts. I drove back here, and on the way down, I picked up a hitchhiker by the name of Adam Walker.
We had him on the episode.
I don't remember what episode, like 30
But he
something,
was
I
there.
think.
It was way after that, I think.
Something I don't know. Fuck me. What do I know? Dumb. Anyway, he's been chilling with me. Gonna be moving in with me here soon.
Did he officially get?
Friday he went for his drug screen and background check, and tomorrow he has to get fitted for a respirator.
Sounds good.
Respirator.
Probably
Yeah.
he's working in confined spaces with things and noxious
And
gases.
such in the
Incest,
stuff.
You know.
Most people in the yard have to have respirator fits just in case.
Okay.
But Thursday, he and I went down to my apartment's gym, my apartment complex's gym. And we were down there,
Oh.
Doing some working out,
Yeah.
getting gains,
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
you do.
I know where that is. Yeah.
Kids get gains there.
Oh yeah.
And we were chilling, and there were these nice guys that were there. I think one of them was a trainer, and the people that he was with left, and we were just having a conversation with them. Names were Andre and Brian. These were the coolest motherfuckers ever. We talked about anime for an hour and a half.
Jesus,
No way.
holy
Straight
shit.
up. Straight up. We talked about anime and then like Avatar and shit. We brought that stuff up too. We just had a nice conversation. Andre actually ended up following me on Instagram, and he has like 35,000 followers.
Holy shit.
Bro, let's have
Holy
Andre on the
fuck.
show.
He is super cool, extremely nice man. 35.8k followers on Instagram.
Damn.
All right,
out
Andre.
here.
He's out
So
here
does he
killing
live
it.
in the
Nice, man.
complex then?
Yeah, he lives. I think. Have no fucking clue. It didn't like register. He's here every Tuesday and Thursday though to train people. So
It's not something you ask right off rip, I guess.
yeah. So
Where do you live?
Tuesday we're gonna go back down and work out and see Andre and them.
Mhm.
And he has an album on Spotify he wanted Adam and I to listen to. It's really fucking good. You should check him out. It's,
Really?
What kind of
Andre.
up.
He's
Hold on.
rap.
I just want to make
Alright.
sure I spell it right.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Andre Aundre, and there's like an apostrophe,
On the E?
3000?
and then Rashad, Raashad.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that's
Damn,
him.
that's
Dude is
Andre
fucking.
Rashad.
Pretty popular
Dude.
stuff.
Dude is yoked.
Yeah,
First
holy
off.
shit. I'm going to follow him.
Yeah, he asked us to listen to his album and give us our honest opinions. So
First off, I just want to say he has a song called Alfredo Sauce. That
It's
looks
good.
awesome.
it's actually good. That's the album he wanted us to listen to. Is Two Goats 2.
I like the Two Goats too.
Super nice guy. Brian was a super nice guy. At one point, he's like, "What are your thoughts on My Hero Academia?" I said, "Mid as hell." He was like, "That's what's up." And then Andre's like, "Come on, man, that's like one of my favorites."
So are you guys going to like be mild regulars at the gym?
Yeah, probably.
That's based.
I would like to be. But
Fuck.
yeah,
dying
just
again.
fun ass experience where we ended up talking with them more than we ended up working out.
Yeah. Is he like similar age or is he a little older?
I couldn't really tell. Couldn't really gauge.
On his Spotify, it said he was born in '95, so he's slightly
Yeah.
older.
Oh, so he's similar. Yeah, he's
I was gonna
similar.
say, he
then.
seems slightly older,
Yeah.
but he grew
Same
up
age as
here.
Taylor Anthony. Late 20s.
Taylor was born in '93.
Five.
Five?
Yeah.
I don't know how old my sister is.
But he grew up here in the 757. So
Oh, really? So he's a Virginia OG?
yeah, dude.
Nice. That's pretty sweet. Meeting new people
Yeah.
and stuff. That's cool.
He has a
I like
song
that.
called like Credit Score or something. Yeah, Credit Score.
I'm going to bump him. I'm going to listen to him.
It wasn't bad. I'm gonna be honest. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the biggest rap fan by any means,
Mhm.
but
Same here.
I like the stuff. It's pretty good.
Or local artists. That's like that one time
That one lady
when
came
we
up
went
to
to
us.
yeah, when that one girl came up to us at the roof bar.
Never listened to her shit.
I did. I think I still have her business card,
I do. It's on my counter.
but
Never
I haven't
listened
listened.
to
I
it.
haven't
don't think I
listened to
listened to it
anything
either.
yet.
I feel kind of bad, but never listened to it.
Well, fuck it. Have a day where you just bump local artists.
Yeah,
Not
for
bad.
different
Her and
artists.
Rashad.
So, not that Andre needs us to shout him out because he definitely would be the one shouting
Yeah.
us out. But
Yeah.
Shouts Rashad.
shouts Rashad. Shouts Andre.
Rashad. Andre
Andre.
Rashad on Spotify. You guys can go check him
Super
out.
cool guy. I spelled out his name so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
And it worked.
AUNDREASHADE.
The whitest thing I can do, finger guns.
Hey.
Go listen to my man Rashad.
That's so.
I was a little too white for me.
Hey, Rashad.
I'm feeling sick.
Feeling the cum.
Trying to think
Zone.
of. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about how we got cream pie in Boston.
Well, we went to the bakery, and the rest is history.
Okay, can I tell the story because it's my fault?
No, starting after Massachusetts, how we got cream pie.
We'll
in
start
Boston.
with. Well, they knew we were going. Let's.
Yeah,
We'll start
so
with
I'll start-
the good
I'll just start-
times.
I'll
just
start
do the trip. We'll
Saturday.
do the trip.
Even
Friday
getting there
night.
Friday.
We got in Friday. We walked around Boston. We got dinner at some place that I don't remember the name of right now. Oh, it was the
like
place
the
that we got the
Sail
clam
Loft,
chowder.
Sail
or some
Loft,
shit.
the Sail
Sail Loft or something, and then we went, got a beer, then went back to the apartment and watched anime.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Saturday.
So that was Friday. Saturday, we wake up at what was it 7:00?
7 a.m.
7
Woke up at
a.m.
7. After our shitty, or not shitty,
It was
just
a
long
good
drive.
Friday night.
Yeah, I'm not saying Friday night was. It was just a long drive to get there. But like, we do our average thing where someone gets maybe an hour or two of sleep. Luke doesn't sleep at all.
We got bagels.
We did get
We got
bagels.
fucking
They were busted.
bagels.
So we wake up, we get bagels. We're like, all right, let's go see Massachusetts. It's about an hour, just under an hour south of Boston. And we go to Massachusetts. We get some drone shots. Anthony's editing the video now. Go on the boat. It's amazing. This is a fucking really good boat if you guys are into it and want to kind of follow in the footsteps of the Hello Harem Horny Boat Tour. And
Number
you
one
find
boat.
yourself. Yeah, it's the number one boat for exploration. There's so much that you can do and see on this one. We got to see a sub, the
Lionfish.
lionfish. That's right. I keep wanting to say kingfish. Cool sub, very small. The doors are very small. Even I had trouble getting through them. So we see the boats. Everyone's high in spirits. We're getting a little tired. Start driving back. I munch on some cookies that Luke's grandma made. I start feeling sick in the tummy. We get back to the hotel.
Very
Too many-
unnecessary
I
addition.
know.
But
I just remember that. So we get back to the hotel. We take a little nappy poo, and we're like, all right, what are we doing for dinner?
I don't think anybody napped. We went back and we're going to get lunch because we were all hungry.
you guys,
yeah,
you
that's
guys were telling
right.
me not to fall asleep.
That's right. So we get
we were
back.
leaving.
Yeah.
I said, "Don't fall asleep. We're leaving." You're like, "I'll wake up at any time."
Yeah,
And I was like,
Anthony's
"No,
not.
you fucking won't."
So we get back to the hotel. We take a little rest. We'll just call it a rest. We're like, okay, what are we in the mood for? And I think I mentioned in the car like burgers, just something kind of not crazy that's easy, So Luke finds a couple restaurants. He finds 3. So Luke names 3. When we begin walking to these restaurants, because they are near what boats we want to go see, the USS Constitution and the what was that other boat? Destroyer.
With a C.
It was a 2-worder.
Hold on, I'm going to Google Maps real fast.
It's not the Carl.
Caspin
It's
Young?
an aircraft carrier.
Captain
Caspin Young.
Young.
Yeah.
Is it
Caspin.
Caspin?
Yeah, it's Caspin.
So there's 2 boats in Boston that you can go see. One, they're both free. So we're like, okay, we'll go get some lunch, and then we'll go see these boats. So we are walking, and we pass the first burger place, and Luke's like, hey, why don't we go here? And I said, no, I'm not feeling it. There's Alex Tippy mistake number 1. So we pass up this restaurant that probably served a great burger, and we go to this other one that's about a half mile down the road. We see it. It looks like a good burger place. It looks on the outside a good burger place. We walk in. It's a little bougie. It's a little hipster.
Yeah.
It's a hipster place.
So they seat us and they give us a menu, and we're looking. We're like, where are the burgers? There is 1 burger on this fucking menu. And another reason we wanted burgers was because we did not want to break the bank, because Boston is a fucking expensive city.
we also bought seafood the night before that cost each of us a minimum of $30.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, they have 1 burger for $20. It's Wagyu, and it looks like just not a burger that I want, nor want to spend the money on. They have pizzas, 12-inch pizzas, for $12, $13. So we got 2 of them, and we split the cost amongst each other. The pizzas were just as bougie as the atmosphere. They had 1 regular pepperoni pizza, which we unfortunately did not get. I made the decision to get a ham and honey pizza with red sauce. Luke got some with white sauce and collard greens
it was
that
not
were
white
fermented.
sauce. It was orange sauce. I don't
Orange
know what
sauce.
the sauce was.
Don't know what it was either.
Fermented collard greens and cheese. Chicken. The pizzas sucked. They were really bad. The first one made my stomach queasy, and I had 2.5 pieces of it. The third one made it even more queasy. They took a beehive and they squished it on top of the pizza, and they just let all of the gallon of honey onto the fucking pizza. It was disgusting. Really bad. So we had shitty pizza. No burger. So we're like, okay, that sucked. Let's at least go see some boats. So we get to the boats, and we're like, okay, let's go on the USS Constitution first. So we get in there. The first thing all of us notice is that there's fucking metal detectors before you have to get on the boat for whatever fucking reason. So we're like, oh shit. Because Luke has a knife on him. Luke's got a piece. Luke carries his piece all the time.
My piece, yeah, my
Luke's
pocket
He's
knife
got his piece. So
that I've
we
used
go
to
to the,
open beer bottles on the podcast. My pocket knife, that's my piece, yeah.
So we go to the guy, and we're like, the guy's super chill. It's not that we don't have an issue with this guy. We're like, hey,
His with the oof.
yeah, we say he's got a pocket knife, and the guy's like, oof. Like, it's like I can't let you on. Like, Luke's like, can you like keep it back there? He's like, no, I'm not allowed. You either have to like have someone sit out here and you two and go at a time, or I throw the knife away. And we're like, fuck. So we don't go on that boat. We decide to head to the Cass and Young. On this particular day, they didn't have enough volunteers for us to go in the bowels of the boat, so we were only on the first deck, which was cool. It was just a little underwhelming because it's cool to explore little destroyers like that compared to giant, massive battleships. So
In
the
our
boats
defense,
were...
though, we didn't know about it, so any
No,
of it
we
was a
didn't.
bonus. Any of it was
Yeah,
a bonus.
that's
Yeah,
true.
it was. Yeah,
It just wasn't
yeah.
as much of a bonus, so we can't really
Yeah.
be that upset about it.
No, the pizza was way worse than the boats. Way fucking worse. So we're like, oh, okay. And at this time, it's what is it, about 4:00?
That's
I don't even
that's
think. I think
going
it
on
was like
3:30.
No, it wasn't getting
No,
dark yet.
it's-
It was like 3:30
Well, no, because
maybe.
the boats closed at 5, and we were there at close.
No, wait.
Because
When were we? I don't know. Fucking time doesn't really matter. It's.
No, he's right. He's right. Because on the way to
I thought we were
Salem,
at
it got dark.
4. I thought it was 4.
It
And
was
they were there, and they were closing up slightly early than what they normally do, which is 5.
it was
I
either
could've
4.
sworn-
It was 4 or 5.
I could have sworn it was 4. I could be completely wrong, but
Either or, it doesn't really matter.
late afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, late afternoon. So we're like, okay, well, we have a lot of time to kill. We don't really want to walk around Boston for 7 hours. So Luke mentioned Salem prior to this because Salem's just 40 minutes north of Boston. So we head to Salem. Nothing really wrong there. It's just a lot of the shops were closed and it was dark, so you couldn't really see or do a lot. So we just went in some shops really and walked like 2 streets, which it was still cool. Just nothing extravagant or amazing or bad for that matter. So we get back and, this is where the real shit hits the fan, right? So we get back to the hotel and we're like, okay, what are we going to do for dinner? And in the car ride, I was like...
Oh, no, you left out a very important piece to this dinner concoction that you're whipping up. While eating pizzas, me and Luke looked at a restaurant that we wanted to go get ramen at that we saw in Chinatown the day before. Me and Luke are like, yeah, we're going to get ramen, takoyaki, gyoza, karaage, beer.
I was like, dude, I might get some tonkatsu. I was ready to fucking smack.
Me and Luke were pumped. We were excited. Alex was even excited. We were all ready for ramen. And Alex, please carry on where you left off.
So we did a lot of walking in Boston. And we get back to the hotel and I'm like, man, my right foot actually really hurts. Pretty fucking bad, actually. Like, I was walking with a pimp limp for most of the night. So I'm like, hey, guys, that ramen sounds really good, but I don't want to walk that far. And they were understanding. They're like, okay, like, I get it. A little disappointed, I'm sure, but, like, I get it. I wish they would have said, fuck you, let's go. So they're like, okay, jackass, you choose a restaurant. So I'm like, I'm kind of in the mood for Irish pub food. So I find one on the map. It's really close to our hotel, really close. Just literally like a 5-minute walk. So we start walking and we're like, yeah, Irish pub food, it's going to be a great night. After that, we'll get some beers and hang out. And pub doesn't exist. It's just gone. We're like, what? Well, okay. What now? And I'm like, I'm still feeling Irish pub food. So
I find another one.
So we find another one. Nope, doesn't. Nope, it's just not going to work out because they're doing live music.
Nope.
This was the one that had the menu outside.
We
yeah,
would have
so-
spent $50
So-
each.
So Anthony finds this one. It's a 10, 15-minute walk up the hill. So we go there. We're like, okay, we've walked this far. Tippy's leg is still really hurting. But we finally get to sit down and eat some food because this place looks open. They have a menu outside. The minimum dish is like $45. We're like, okay. So we're like, fuck that. So we leave. Luke finds one. It's a little farther up the hill. Like this one's the one, you know. We remember passing it on Friday. It looked awesome, small, quaint. So we go up there. There's people standing outside. We're like, okay, you know, probably checking IDs. It's getting late. So we're like, you guys open? They're like, yeah, of course. There's gonna be live music soon, if you don't mind. We're like, fuck. Because we don't want to hear live music. It's fucking loud, and I want to talk with my friends about the boat that we just saw. So we're like, God damn it. So we're like, well, what now? And Anthony's like, okay, guys, hear me out. What about this restaurant called Koi? And we walk down into this plaza area. We are debating this for about a half hour. If we should go to this Korean restaurant. Because we're like, well, we don't know. So we finally decide to go to Koi. We're like, all right, it's really close to the hotel. Let's go to Koi. So we walk to Koi. The walk to Koi. We get there, and right before we go in the door, a couple goes in the door. We're inside the building because the prices looked awesome. It was like $15 for a meal, you know, cheap for what we wanted to spend. So we go inside, and we're about to be seated right after this. The hostess is talking to this couple, and they're like, yeah, you have about 20 minutes to eat because we're going to convert the place into a club. We just walk out. We just fucking walk out. So we're like, what do we do? So eventually, we make the decision to go back to the exact same fucking place that we had dinner Friday night. And this is a bit of a fucking hike. So we go back that way. It's good. I just wanted something different, but the clam chowder was fucking bussing. So we're like, okay, guys.
Hold on. Do you know what the full kicker is of that entire adventure looking for a restaurant?
No.
We
Go ahead and
walked
explain.
probably 3 times farther than if we would have just went to Chinatown and got Japanese food.
All because Tippy's foot hurt him.
He didn't want to walk that. He didn't want to walk that much. So instead, we walked 3 times as much.
So needless to say, we're feeling really defeated. Like, really defeated. So, a little bump in the night, a good way, good positive way. We're like, okay, we need sweets. We need them. We need a Boston cream pie.
We need to get cream pie in Boston.
Yeah, so like it's a positive, and then it turns into a negative very quickly. We find we're walking, we see this lady with this box. It's a bakery box. We're like, what the fuck is that? So we look it up. Like, they're open till midnight. Let's go, gang. Let's go get some sweets. And it's near where we are. So we walk there. We get inside. And they're cash only. And guess who doesn't fucking carry cash all that much? All 3 of us. I had no money on me. Anthony had maybe $14. Luke about the same monetary amount.
I had a 20 on me.
Luke had a
It was
20.
big ballin'.
My final 20 of the fucking trip.
So I didn't buy anything myself because they didn't have an ATM. I was going to get 2 cream pies and a tiramisu. Luke got me a cream pie, which I'm very grateful for. It was good. We had to limit what we got. So another defeat for the fellas. So we're like, okay, let's go take these back to the hotel and let's just get a fucking beer. So on Friday night, we went to a place called the Sam Adams Brewery, smack center of Boston, very close to our hotel. Bussin' beers, really good. Keep in mind, it is fucking Saturday night at like 9:30 or 10.
It was 8. It wasn't even that late.
Okay,
It was
8
p.m.
o'clock. So we go there and we're like, it looks a little dark, you know? I don't see anyone. It turns out they're fucking closed on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how, because I don't know. So we're like, well, fuck. And at this point in the night, it's getting late. So at this point, a lot of the bars in Boston have cover charges that require cash only. That's a big problem for two reasons. One, none of us had any fucking cash on us. So we're like, okay, a lot of the places around here have cover charges, and we want a beer. Luke finds this place that has $1 Bud Light. $1. Now, keep in mind, this place is in the same direction as Chinatown. Chinatown was maybe a 4-minute walk from here. We decide to take our fat asses, go to that bar. My foot is still hurting. And we get outside, and a huge party of like 15 people show up, which isn't a problem. The problem is the fact that they have a $10 cover charge, there's no ATMs around, and none of us have any cash on us. So we take our sorry asses back to the plaza. We're like, okay, new game plan. Let's go to Dirty Nelly's. Because they don't have a cover charge. We know it. We've seen it outside. They don't have a cover charge. So we go to Dirty Nelly's. Dirty Nelly's is stock full. You can't sit in. You can't even stand up in there. It's so fucking busy. Like, okay, let's just go back to the hotel. And I'm adamant. I'm like, I want a beer. I'm sad. I'm defeated and angry. I want a fucking beer.
I'm begging him to just give it up and go back to the hotel
only
at this
gets
point.
worse.
But I
was
don't.
like, please.
This is probably my favorite part of the story. So we go around the corner, and there's like 6 bars around the corner. All of them have cover charges. So we're like, okay, fuck it. Where's an ATM? There's an ATM right around the corner. Let's go. We go look. ATM's fucking out of order. Anthony's like, okay, I found another ATM. It's just around the block. I'm like, let's fucking go. I don't care how much the fee is. I'm getting a beer. We go inside. It's a subway terminal. And the guy's like, well, I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, is this ATM working? He's like, no, it's down. So I made a very snarky comment. I was just pissed off. I'm like, oh, yeah, it seems every fucking ATM is down in Boston. And I walked out. All the ATMs are down. We have no cash. Every single bar needs a cover charge. So that was it. That could have been the end of our escapade. We could have gone back to the hotel. But there was one bar that had no cover charge and was not busy. So we go in that bar. We sit down. We have a drink. Now, it was all fine and dandy until DJ Dipshit started playing some music. This guy played some of the worst fucking music I've heard in my life. Imagine, a hit song like Queen, whatever song he played, remixed with Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd. You want to talk about ear cancer? I think we all got a little bit.
In my life, I have never looked over at Tippy and seen the strongest 1,000-yard stare
like,
in any
what
human.
The fuck am I
looked
listening
over and his just face was full of, I am going to off myself after this.
I
Best
was
part
so
about that?
mad.
They double charged me for one of my beers, and I didn't fucking care enough to tell them. So I got charged for 3 beers and I drank 2.
Oh, really?
I could not be bothered, dude. I was at that point. I was like, I cannot be bothered to fucking correct them.
So it just gets better, right? So we go back to the hotel. We're watching anime. And right before we start, was it Arc Nights?
No, we were halfway through Little Lies.
Yeah.
We were halfway through Little Lies We Tell. And our power goes out. Our fucking power in the hotel room goes out. So we're like, what? What the fuck? So we go down to the desk. Like, hey, our power's out. So they send the guy up.
Oh,
He
you
comes
mean
in.
Friday? Yeah, we were watching Arc Nights Friday
Yeah.
when that happened.
So he comes in and he's like, okay, I fixed it. I'm like, okay, thanks. And that was it. That was the night. I slept on the floor.
You, it doesn't get better either with this drive home.
No, because Saturday, well, what Tip failed to say is Friday we had the power out. Saturday, after all those escapades, it went out on us again, and we just went to bed. We just
Yeah.
could not. We did not fucking care enough. Then came Sunday, and ooh, did
So
we have a
I'll
good.
let someone else describe this, but before you do, you have to know, like when we take these long drives, we drive in shifts, about 2.5 to 3 hours typically. So usually Luke starts the drive. If anybody else wants to go from here,
Before
Luke,
anyone
welcome.
goes, 1 point. This was a 10-hour drive home. That took us 13 hours.
So, yeah, keep that in mind.
I got home and my mom tried to give me some lip about how long we were out for because we showed up. I showed up at my house at 11 p.m. We left before 10 a.m. And she's like, "Oh, I thought you guys would be home. I thought you guys would at least leave a little early." I looked at her, I said, "We left before 10 a.m. It's a 10-hour drive." Dude, I got really mad. Like really mad.
So if you want to take it from there.
You want me to take her or you got
Luke, I
actually-
think Luke's recollection is a little better than mine on
Yeah,
this.
Luke, take it from there. Anthony, you can take your drive and I'll take mine.
So, super fun time. We're leaving out of Boston. I've never been in such consistent bullshit fucking slow down go traffic in my life. Literally for 3 hours straight, it is go fucking 85, drop to 65, and do that the entire goddamn time. My foot is cramping. My hips giving out. I am in pain. I would rather be dead. Finally, we get to the border of Massachusetts in New York, which we should have just taken.
Fuck New York.
Should have taken Pennsylvania. We are never, ever going through New York. That 130 whatever dollar charge you got is worth the
It is.
fucking pain and tears that we had driving through New York. So I got done with my shift. That was just the story, the tip of the fucking iceberg, icing on the cake right there. And then we get to Thorpe's Drive.
So my drive started off okay. And about 10 minutes into mine, it starts pissing rain. And this rain lasted the entirety of our drive home. We did not get a fucking break from this rain. So we're driving. And as per usual, when I'm behind the wheel, I miss the exit. It's not a big deal. We just go straight a little longer. It'll take us right back onto, what the fuck road is that, 90?
91. We needed to get on 91.
It'll take us right back to 91. Not too far out of the way, maybe adds 10 minutes. What awaited us ahead was a single lane road on the freeway with a gigantic traffic jam. And cars are trying to merge in because they can't read signs too good and see that lanes are ending. This guy damn near hits me, and I lost my cool. I was ready to hop out of the car and beat this man with a crowbar.
I think all three of us were ready to hop out of the car and put
Yeah.
him in the hospital.
You kind of have to describe this altercation in detail. First off, he was driving a Jeep, a gray Jeep Cherokee.
Enough said
the newer
there.
ones.
Yeah.
You know everything about his personality now.
And
Yeah,
I
so
was
I
I was kind of being a mild asshole, and I'm like, I'm not
Rascal.
gonna let these people over. Like, they should have read the signs. So I'm riding the bumper of the dude in front of me, and just enough little margin gets in, and this guy starts merging over, and I'm not turning my wheel. I'm trying to keep dead straight. You could see the dude's wife yelling at him to not merge into my lane. I'm honking on my horn as this guy progressively merges into my lane. If I was in my car, I would have let him hit me. But since I'm a respectable young man of other people's property, I did not let him hit Luke's car.
Should have let him hit it.
I
would
should have
gotten
let him
out.
hit it.
I would have gotten out, and all of my
I mean-
aggression from Boston would have been let out in one.
It would have
fell
been 3 against 1 against this jackass.
And it would
And
have been...
what's gonna happen? His wife's gonna jump in. I will
Right.
hit her.
I'll hit her.
I will hit her.
She hits me, I hit her. That's how it's gonna go.
So after that, we get back on 91, and it's just it's still pissing rain, shit traffic, whatever. And then Tippy takes over. There was really not too eventful on the rest of my drive there.
Nothing after that. Just rain. So I take over. I start driving. And the rain's pretty light, actually. It's not too bad at this point. So I take my first bathroom break. It's fine. You know, it's really fucking busy at these stops, but it's fine. About an hour afterwards, my first pissy break, I have to take another pissy. So I'm like, okay, there's an exit coming up. You know, it's really close, and I'm ready to piss my trousers. I pull off. They're still building the fucking place. There's no bathroom there. They say no public bathrooms. And you can't go to the side, like in the woods, and piss, because there are no woods. It's like houses and a semi-parking lot. So like, there's nowhere to piss. So I'm like, fuck. So Anthony finds a Wendy's at the next exit. I'm driving.
You forgot about the one jackass when you got gas when we switched.
Oh, yeah. My first pissy break, I go to get gas, and the pumps, again, are super fucking busy. So I'm like, I'm just going to pay with my card at the pump. It'll be really quick. So my card just won't work. It keeps saying there's a pin pad error. I tried it 3 times. So I'm pissed off at this point because it's cold. There's a guy in a minivan behind me giving me the look. I'm like, I'm going to fucking kill you, bud. So I walk in, and there's no clerk. There's none. And I'm like, hello? And a guy is sitting behind the counter to the left on his phone. He's like, oh, hey. I'm like, yeah, can I just get fucking $40 on pump 1? He's like, sure, hold on. And I see on his phone, he's changing his Spotify playlist. He's making me fucking wait so he can change his song on Spotify over the radio. I can hear his fucking music skipping. So I'm sitting there for like 30 seconds, and he's like, did you put your card in? I'm like, no, you never told me to put my card in. He's like, oh, you could have put your card in. Like, yeah, you could have. And I was like, okay, bud, thanks. So I pay for my gas. I go in, I fill it, we leave. Hour later, we stop at the one place where I can't piss. Anthony finds the Wendy's. I get off at the exit. We pull into Wendy's, and we're like, okay, we're all a little bit hungry, not super, so we just want something small. So we walk into the Wendy's. Guy in front of us is dragging his dog on a leash on the floor. Dog's very skittish. The people at the Wendy's are, for some reason, flipping their fucking doorknob. I don't know why. They're like, how'd these people get in? The door should be locked. They are losing their fucking shit. So the guy with the dog goes to the bathroom, probably blows it up. So it's my turn to order first. I'm like, yeah, can I just get 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers? And like, yeah, that'll be $9. And I'm like,
what do you mean? $9 for 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers.
So I fucking pay for them, right? It takes forever to get them. And then when I get my food, Anthony and Luke are just like, they're ready to order. They're at the counter. And the guy just looks at them. He doesn't say anything. Nothing. So they just go back. This is like 3 minutes of a stare down. And they're like, let's just fucking go. Let's just leave. And the people at Wendy's are like super pissed at us for being in there. So we take our food and we leave. It is now Luke's turn to drive. It's rainy. It's hard to see. Luke, you want to go on from here? And I'm eating my shitty burgers. They suck.
They were
give
bad.
half of it to Anthony and Luke.
They were
Fuck
bad.
this.
They were really bad. So I go to get on the highway. It's fucking raining. Can't see shit. I'm mad. I'm tired. I just want to be fucking home at this point. I get on the wrong entrance ramp.
You take us
So
in the opposite direction.
So I stopped when I realized I was going to put in reverse on the entrance ramp, and some dudes come by. I'm like, fuck, can't do that. Better just commit. Go 15 minutes in the opposite direction because that's the closest fucking exit. Get off, pull a Yui illegally right off the fucking exit ramp because I'm like, I'm not stopping at this red light. I do not care. Nothing is going to stop me. Yui, start heading back. Traffic is fucking thick for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Traffic's just insane right now. And keep in mind, we still had like 2 hours left of the drive.
3.
3?
It was like 3
It's like
hours.
it's like 8 p.m. 8 p.m. in New York. Apparently, 8 p.m. in New York is when everybody gets on the fucking interstate. Everybody gets on. They're like, we gotta pay all of our tolls right now. 8 p.m. guys, is perfect time to get on. Fucking the entire state of New York's on the goddamn freeway. I'm angry. I'm tired. I'm kind of hungry. Fucking that piss was just not. That was just not it. Wendy's made me mad. Driving. Finally, we pull off on our final stop, and it's some weird jank ass fucking gas station Get-Go, which I couldn't find the entrance for some
It was
reason.
like hidden.
It was like
behind
hidden.
They had it hidden, and then they had like some sign that's like, "You can't enter here," but you could only see it if you started entering into the fucking entrance, the exit. So we pull in, and we're like, "All right, time for us to just, you know what? We don't even have to catch a dub. Not even catch a dub. We've been holding L's for 30 hours straight, 30 plus hours straight. Time for us to just go in. We're gonna piss, grab some chips, and bolt. Easy, done, over with." Bathroom was being cleaned.
For how long,
As
Luke?
soon as we
How
walked
long
in.
was the bathroom being
And they
cleaned?
were like, "Oh, it won't be that long. It will just go and clean it and we'll leave." Probably about 15 minutes later, they come out of the bathroom and it's finally clean. And we go in. It was like mediocrely cleaned. It was mediocre.
Everyone went in.
At the entire
Not
get-go.
just us. There
The
were like
entirety.
6 other people just walking around the store waiting to piss.
We were standing there looking like goobers, waiting to just go in and piss our goddamn trousers out. And we got to the car, and Anthony's like, "Do you want to drive?" And I looked him dead in the face and said, "I do not want to fucking drive anymore."
I'd rather not.
And keep in mind, we usually do 2-hour shifts. I drove for only like maybe an hour, and I said, "I cannot do it anymore. Please drive us home." The rest of the
That
drive was
that.
nice.
The rest
There
of the
was
drive
nothing
was
wrong.
as after
was
after I
fine.
took over, the rain picked up a good amount, but traffic once we got back into Ohio was pretty non-existent. I picked up again at like Erie, PA, so it was like 2 hours back. Smooth drive back, no issues. It seems we left all of the bullshit in Erie, Pennsylvania, and thus
That's where
concluded
it will stay.
the USS Massachusetts portion of the Hello Harem Horny Boat Tour.
I'm sure none of you will see it in the video because that would not make for good content in a fucking video. But yeah, now you know the full story.
It was just a shit show after the boat. It really was.
But we
Nothing
peaked.
panned out.
We
It-
peaked.
We
at the
peaked at the
boat.
boat.
yeah, like the Boston was cool, man, but I have some beef with that city.
If you ever want to go to Boston, here's 3 things to keep in mind. 1, bring a lot of cash. A lot of cash. Bring so much cash you don't know what to do with it
Empty your 401k in cash.
into your wallet and make sure that it doesn't get stolen. 2, if you plan on going out, make sure you go out before 7 p.m. because everything in the fucking city closes before that. Don't know why. Still don't know why. It was a Saturday night. On a Saturday night, you're like, "Oh, bars will be open until like 2 a.m." Nah, 7 p.m.
And don't take upstate New York.
And
Just
3,
take the L.
you're gonna pay a lot for food no matter what, it seems. There's no winning. And there's your 3 tips for visiting Boston from the Hello Harem.
And if you're waking up in the morning and you go, "Man, I could go for some breakfast," there is maybe one decent restaurant that seats maybe 9 people. That was good.
Cash only.
Other than that, yeah, it was cash only.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, breakfast in Boston is hogwash. And you will see little places in these little markets. They are not sit-down restaurants. They are walk up, order, and go sit in a common area type beat.
Lunchroom.
Yes.
It's a lunchroom.
Yeah, lunchroom.
That was Boston.
My blood pressure's a bit higher now.
I feel like I need to take a nap. just thinking about it, just thinking about the whole second half of that fucking trip. I need a nap.
I mean, the boat was wonderful. Boat was
Boat-
fucking awesome.
Boat was amazing. That made the trip totally worth it. All the fucking bullshit we went through, totally worth it for that
Mhm.
ship.
Like
Fuck, I am never driving
I
through
have
New
it right
York
here. I
again.
even got a little model of the boat. Like, look at that. That's a cool
It's
model.
a good-looking boat.
It was cheap too. It was only $15, which that's pretty cheap for a Rebel. But man, after that,
If
just
anyone's
not
ever-
good.
If anyone ever says we're taking 90 anywhere again, I'm knocking
I'm
you out,
saying
and we are
no.
taking Pennsylvania. We are going through 76, and you will fucking like it.
Yeah,
I don't care if we go
give
to
a fuck
Maine
about
again. And
tolls.
Pennsylvania adds another hour.
I
I'm
will
taking
not.
PA.
No.
Oh my god, dude, the drive in was bad too because I drove for like 3.5 hours before the first rest stop.
I mean, holy
Yeah, that was
shit.
ridiculous.
I had to piss for like over an hour, and we couldn't get off because there were no exits. There was nothing.
First rest stop we got to was the fucking back rooms. We
That
got
was
off
crazy
and
weird.
then walked over this bridge across the freeway, and nobody, not a soul in sight. Nobody, just some eerie music playing, a couple of lights buzzing here and there. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Like a J horror game.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
it was,
2 in
yeah.
the morning.
Call like the truck stop.
The truck stop. Yeah, New
Yeah,
York
it was-
sucks.
it was,
Fuck that.
There was a
stupid-ass
lot of
state.
hogwash. Yeah, fuck New York. Everybody in New York needs their license revoked, or they need to retake the test. And you also need a mental aptitude test to assess your anger and your just mental well-being, because apparently everyone is fucked up there.
And
They're either
put down
super
my
angry
balls.
or they're geriatric. Their brain is pudding.
Pudding.
Good job.
Also, no, not a single Boston accent was heard. I heard
Yeah, I
one
didn't hear
in the
one.
game shop in Salem from the owner. In the city of Boston, not a single accent. I was a little disappointed.
I can't do it, dude. I can't do it.
So next
thinking-
year,
Thinking about that drive.
here's the funny bit. Luke, what boat are we going to see next year?
We're gonna see two boats.
And where are they located?
New York City and like fucking some
Camden, New
bullshit.
Jersey.
Camden, New Jersey, right outside of Philadelphia.
You know what that means?
We gotta go back to
We gotta go back to New York.
Plus side, we're not staying in New York City.
No, there's no way.
that
We are
noise.
staying outside. We are shuttling in. I will even pay for a fucking Uber. We are not staying anywhere near New York City in terms
No.
of walking to
Driving. Yeah, fuck that.
New York City. Wonderful city. I like it a lot. I like visiting it, but every once in a while I like visiting it. I would not visit it consistently. That city
I've-
can suck my nuts if it thinks I'm ever gonna lay a tire in that fucking city.
Yeah, I've never been there, so we'll see.
It's awesome. I mean, I think Boston's still awesome.
I
It
like
fucked us.
Boston. It did
Yeah.
give us the
Bent us
runaround.
over. It bent
Yeah.
us over. It didn't take us out to dinner first. Fucking
No.
just went full send. But whatever. I like Boston still. It was fine. I like New York City. You'll probably like it for a little bit and then hate it like I do, which is fine. It's fine. You'll like it for a little bit at least, and then you're gonna be like, I'm sick of this, and I'm gonna go, I'm sick of it too. But it's fine. Everything's fine.
Just a hoot and a half, that one.
I swear it's
then-
fine. I
Then we gotta
promise.
fly to Alabama.
That's gonna be the worst.
That's
That
gonna
one's definitely gonna be the worst.
we were looking for
Okay.
places where like the ship is located in Mobile, Alabama. What in God's name is there to do in Mobile, Alabama?
What's in Mobile, Alabama, other than the KKK? That's the real fucking question.
A boat, and that's about it. So we're not even gonna stay in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, we'll probably stay somewhere in Florida.
I'll stay fucking somewhere that's 2 hours away. I don't give a shit.
I'll drive 2 hours just to
Yeah.
see a fucking boat, and then drive 2 hours back just so that I don't have to stay in Mobile, Alabama. I'd rather stay in Missouri than Mobile, Alabama, and that's
Yeah.
saying something. Because I would rather die than stay in Missouri.
Yeah, we got a lot of adventures up ahead of us,
And we'll
man.
have to go to fucking Texas, which like I don't care. That's fine.
Texas
And
might be cool.
the worst is gonna be fucking California.
That's going to be
We'll
the
have
worst, actually.
Twice.
We'll
We're gonna
have
have
to
to go
go
there
twice.
twice.
We have
Yeah.
to go twice, and then the best trip of all is gonna be fucking Hawaii.
That one's going to be bussin'.
Just wait. Hello Harem live from Hawaii,
Live from Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Maybe the volcano will erupt again when we're there.
God, that would just be our luck, wouldn't it? That'd be
That would.
just our luck.
You know,
The other boat trips, like to South
they went off like
Carolina,
without a hitch.
Virginia and Norfolk, like great, just great. Nothing really bad happened, man. Nothing. We got some meh weather in Norfolk that first day, but
We also got some. We discovered that Norfolk is not the food center of the world, other than Jack Brown's.
yeah, we did discover Jack Brown's. That made up
That
for
made
the
up for it like
misadventures.
tenfold.
And we now know that Grace O'Malley's is bussin'.
Hokkaido's
Proper.
pretty good.
Hokkaido
Hokkaido's
is good.
great.
How we kept getting there is beyond me, but
We just ended
Yeah,
up.
that's
in there.
weird.
It's
That's a little weird, but
could have sworn
it
we were in
works
the
out.
road.
Works out.
It's like a slice of Hokkaido.
Yeah, a slice of Hokkaido in Norfolk, Virginia. Yeah, so that was our trip, guys.
That was
Video
the-
coming out pretty soon. Anthony's editing it now.
Christ, I can't do it anymore.
So that was that. And I'm sure I've been excited to talk about this next topic for some time. I feel like
I'm gonna do anime of the week real fast because we
Oh
were
yeah,
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
be the
in this
transition. Yeah,
recording.
that's true.
I didn't think that would take as long as it did.
Well, there was a lot of bullshit to cover.
There was a lot of bullshit covered in it. Fucking oh my, I'm
I Luke hit us with it.
calming down because I'm just thinking about fucking driving through New York again, and I would rather die than it.
Before you do, let me
So-
grab a drink real quick.
Oh my God.
We can take a quick break.
I just need a drink.
Are
Yeah,
you pausing, or are we just
cut
gonna
it out. Just cut it
gonna
out real
keep
ip.
going? We could keep going.
You want to? Oh, I
Yeah,
gotta
Tip.
check
You know
some-
what? Let's get
I'm
some Luke.
reviewing
Let's do a Luke and Tip adventure
a Luke and Tip adventure.
on the podcast. You know, by the time we finally get to Luke and Tip adventure, it's just gonna be us saying this for like 3 minutes. Thor's
Anthony
gonna come
will be
back. There he is.
is.
He's already
There
back.
he is.
So this is just in here now. Where, all right, let's just pretend that we were talking about something really serious.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the Luke and Tip adventure.
Yeah, great stuff coming up.
It was pretty insane. We're really
Yeah.
excited. Thorpe doesn't know anything about it though.
Yeah,
but
he will not.
he won't. But you guys can look forward to it when we put that out.
Yeah.
So my anime of the week is D4DJ First Mix.
Ooh.
This is I think it's considered an idol show, but it is about groups that go to high school and form DJ groups, and they make like house music, and they go to competitions and shit. It's 3D animated, but in the way that like I think it's from the same people that did
Looks like Bang Dream.
yeah, they did Bang Dream.
Looks the exact same.
So it doesn't look bad. It's very fun to watch. Our main girl, Rinku, is a transfer student from Africa,
I just read
Alright.
that.
which is like really weird. You never
Yeah.
expect Africa from a transfer student. She transfers to the academy, doesn't really know what she wants to do. She listens to like DJ shit because for some reason the school's just really big on DJs. She starts her own DJ troupe or whatever the hell they're called. I don't even think it says on here. It doesn't. I don't know what they're called. I think they're called troops, but I don't know. And she
Okay.
starts recruiting like other friends, you know, the same way that all animes work. You just find people and grab them. One of them's the #1 cutest idol, Nico Yizawa, and some other ones are whatever characters were in this show. And yeah, it's just whatever you would imagine from an idol show. That's what it is. There you go.
So I'm looking at a lot of the voice actors.
There's
for the show.
a bit on that I always see on like Okay Buddy Baka from this show.
Oh yeah, it's the end sequence where
Yeah,
they're
where
like,
they're all running up to the camera.
yeah, that's
So
the
the
end
first
sequence.
the first 4 main characters have like 2 roles max, including D4DJ.
Really?
Yeah.
The second season actually comes out next season in January.
I kind of want to
I
watch
will
this.
be
It looks pretty interesting.
And a lot of them did Bang Dream.
Overall, like the music in it was decent. It was kind of like a Lapis Relights, where you're like, the music's not bad, but it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Photon Maiden, if you guys watch it and get to them, bangers. Nothing but fucking bangers the whole
I was
time.
gonna say I do want to watch this show actually.
Straight up. I have one of their songs on Spotify actually. It is they produce like probably the hottest banger of the show.
Mhm.
And just like in Lapis Relights with Folklore, they're in there for like one song and it's over.
They hit you with the
Are they
hardest
the
song at
ones that
end.
look like futuristic with like the white
Yeah.
blue dress?
Yeah, they're like futuristic with white blue.
Mm-hmm.
They're based. They're
It
super
looks
based.
sweet. This show
Every-
actually looks super cool.
Every character's really cute. The animation's really nice to watch, honestly, for being 3D animated. It's
Mhm.
actually really well done. And overall, I very much enjoyed it. At first, I was kind of iffy on the fence. I think I remember talking about it when
Yeah.
it was airing, because this aired in
2020.
2020 to 2021.
Yeah.
And when it first started, I was kind of like on the fence. I was like, it's okay. I don't really recommend it. But now I can confidently say I do kind of miss this show. I've been thinking about it a little bit recently. I
put
was
that
like,
in my
Honestly,
list.
this
I do
one
wanna
looks
watch that.
it looks really fun actually.
it's very fun. Very
There's a rhythm game for it.
Yeah, it's based off of a mobile rhythm game.
Mm-hmm. Developed by Donuts.
Donuts. Don.
Yeah, it looks really fun honestly. I think it's
It
something
is.
I definitely would watch.
Truly is. Truly is. Our main girl Rinku really likes to eat too. She's an eater.
She an eater. Always
She
eating.
stay eating.
Oh,
And we eating.
Catching that
Yeah.
bread.
So today we eating
just gotta
Getting that bread. Eshkata.
Luke, how many Toto Africa references do you give this?
Nice scale.
I'm gonna give it a heavy roundup to a solid 8. I'm gonna give it a very, very solid 8 Toto's Africa.
So those Africa references.
I think the characters really work well. There's pretty good story. There's not really too much downtime for a slice of life that's about idols. You get pretty good character development. Overall, it's just fun to watch. Enjoyable. You can probably blast through the 24 episodes really quick because they don't feel
24.
like...
I thought it was 12.
Nope, it's a 24.
That's cool.
And-
That's a little bonus.
By the time I was like getting to the end, I think that was like when weeks were flying by too for me, and just felt like all of a sudden the show was over, and I was like, holy fuck, I actually enjoyed the end of the show.
All right, I'm about it.
All at 8. I like it.
So there's that.
D4GJ first mix.
The D4 stands for Dig Delight Direct Drive.
Okay.
I don't know why. I have no clue. I don't know why.
It's got a 7.6 on my anime list.
I know, I
So,
saw
you,
that.
so your
and I was
solid
like,
8's pretty good.
I was like really surprised that it was ranked
Yeah.
that high. I figured people wouldn't like it. But
Yeah,
people
I mean,
also
it
like,
actually looks really fun. I kind of want to start this
I know.
tonight.
I would like to watch it.
Yeah.
people like Bang Dream, so I guess it doesn't make it's not too surprising. Those were
Speaking
ranked
of
this high.
Bang Dream, before we get into this next topic, I have some very sad news. It's my favorite alcohol cup, the one I got in Japan with the jelly. My Bang Dream Girls Party cup. I shattered it tonight.
How did you shatter it?
So apparently there was some crock pot in my dish rack dryer thing, and I was pulling. It's right below the cupboard, and Taylor was talking to me. I'm not blaming her at all. This was my own fault. But I pull it out of the cupboard, and my hand comes down and hits the crock pot, and it just shatters. And Finn's in the kitchen. We're like, Finn, get out, hurry, because we don't want anything in his little paw. Man, I am still very heartbroken about that. That's my favorite cup. The print on it. Usually when you get a printed cup, the shit falls off in like 6 months. Still pristine.
Yeah,
Still
it was
pristine.
still top tier.
And it's a 3-year-old cup. I'm quite beat up about that, actually. I really like that cup. So I'm really sad about that. So it's gone forever. That sucks.
That cup had a long
Rip
history.
cup.
Rip cup.
Yeah, that was my drinking cup.
That is pretty sad.
Rip cup. That sucks. But so I'm sure everyone's heard the news about Kanye West losing his marbles. So I it's not like, oh, he's just saying it to the, like, that's not what I want to talk about. I have a conspiracy theory, sort of. It's more so on the tinfoil hat side. It's something I just thought of kind of off rip. That I'm like, hey man, I don't necessarily believe it, but if it was to be true, I'd be like, wow, that's surprising, but not over the top of what I thought. So Kanye said some pretty crazy shit lately, man. Like he made Alex Jones look normal.
For all intents and purposes, we will not repeat what he said.
No, we're not going to do that. Um, so I have this conspiracy theory that what if Kanye West is being paid off by certain politicians? I'm not saying left or right, just certain politicians to put pressure and attention on himself, saying these crazy, outlandish things in order to take the media's attention away from the politicians so they can do shady stuff without people noticing. Because everyone's attention is focused on Kanye. I say this because we all know politicians have a lot of fucking money, but they shouldn't have.
They're also all shady.
Exactly. They're all shady, and they do shady things, and they have a lot of money to pay Kanye off. And they knew that when he would say this, he'd lose all his sponsors, Adidas, all that shit. So Kanye needed the money. So they're like, hey, Kanye, if you do this, you're already crazy. We all know you're fucked up. If you do this, we'll pay you a metric fuck ton of money. That way, when you lose these sponsorships, you're not going to be broke. You're still going to have money from us. We just want you to draw the attention away so we can do our stuff without the media hounding us for once. I think that's pretty plausible.
Yours is a stretch, but I've definitely heard ones that are way worse. People
Right.
say that that's not Kanye because he had his face covered and it was just someone
Re-
pretending to be Kanye. People actually think that.
I had a feeling people were like, no, that's a deep fake. That's going to be a deep fake.
I
That's not
totally
Kanye.
see people saying that.
Yeah, people actually think that that wasn't him because of the fucking mask he had on. Which, why he had a mask on anyway?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's
People know
every
he's
other interview he did before that, he was in like a coat that little hobo looked like he had, like rags.
I guess Yeezy sales aren't doing too good.
I can only imagine why.
Yeah,
I mean, they're ugly ass shoes to begin
they
with.
are.
So, like,
Let's start off without Kanye being what he is at second. Yeezy's fucking ugly. I would never
Yeezys
buy
are
those
ugly.
shoes.
Also crazy expensive. They're like $300.
yeah, they're like $300 for a pair of fucking shoes that look awful.
They're like made of those styrofoam cups you get at like ice cream stands with the blue and the purple.
Yeah,
Like it's like they just recycle that and make the bottom foams of it just that cup.
make your foams.
Make your phones out of a cup.
Random for his foams.
Random forest ice cream cup.
The Queen Cup.
Queen cup. So that's I like I said, it's tinfoily. I don't necessarily believe it, but I think, hey, that doesn't seem too far off. Because like you have the government giving a metric fuck ton of money to Ukraine, stuff that just doesn't make any sense. And I think it's to take pressure off of them to put on Kanye because they don't want the media attention.
What was the? Sorry, I was trying to see if we saved the message that Thorpe and I
one me
had
and
of
Luke were
our
spitting?
ideas. Yeah, no one saved them.
Ah, rip.
Now I don't remember what they were either. We had some pretty good
They-
ones though.
I mean, they fit the bill. They made sense.
I
And
think both
maybe-
of ours made sense.
Maybe they did it just in time because everyone knows about the rail shit going on right now. How the rail workers are attempting to go on strike because they're paid sick days, and the government said no.
That is
But
true.
now Kanye's spitting this shit,
it
so
totally
people are gonna look
takes
at
the heat off.
everyone will be like, no, it's the woke generation. They're gonna look at Kanye for saying this shit, and not us going at the rail workers because we don't want to give them their sick paid days. It
It's
ties
not
in
deep.
perfectly. Is it
It's
coincidental? It might be. It could be. I'm just saying. It's possible.
Coincidence? I think not.
There's crazier stuff that's coincidental.
I think yet.
Yet.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility
Right.
because Shady. Oh, Luke, fuck! I remembered one. Okay, I think it was that the high up elites are testing the waters on Kanye. So what's going to happen is Kanye's going to get whacked because he's going off the rails. They're saying, "Hey, say this," or was that it? It was along the lines of Kanye getting whacked, and since they botched the what was that rich guy who who didn't kill.
Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein.
since they botched the Epstein, they're like, okay, people are like this doesn't. We fucked up here, and everyone knows. So they're gonna go back and reevaluate their methods on Kanye, and they'll say we can still do this. So he's the scapegoat. He's the test subject.
Or what?
Getting whacked. How they can kill
Like
people
assassinated?
off. Yeah. They'll make it actually look like a suicide this time.
Okay, so they're going to say Kanye killed himself because of the pressure from everyone.
Yeah.
When in actuality, they killed him.
Yeah.
And he's just a test of
Because I think along, not with just the anti-Semitic stuff he's saying, he's also saying a lot of things about like high up people. Like he has a whole plethora of bullshit that he's thrown out.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen clips, and obviously the biggest.
Well, the most
loudest voice is
recent,
the anti-Semitic
the most
ones.
recent was that one. And
Yeah.
he has been spewing a lot of that, but he's also like said a lot of other things about elites and high up people in big positions. And if he just happens to slip up one little time, they can test their
Kinda
new
got in a
method.
car accident.
Well, they tried that with Diana. It kind of
Oh
worked.
no, they're gonna Princess Diana him.
Yeah,
People still think that was an accident.
I know.
I listened to a whole podcast about that. It was very interesting.
I did see something the other day about it. Said if she was not wearing her seatbelt, apparently. She had a 98% chance of living if she had her seatbelt on. Or it's either 89 or 98.
I think it
It's on
was
TIL.
the podcast I listened to. They said, I mean, feel free to fact check me on this, anybody. But
Yeah,
they
please
said
do.
that when the ambulance came and took her, they passed like 4 or 5 different hospitals, and they took her to a specific hospital that was further away, where her chance of survival would have been much greater had she gone to one of those closer hospitals.
That's a sussy situation, too.
Again, if I'm wrong, fact check me, call me an idiot. But
The Hello Harem is spitting dangerous facts.
Most people don't kill themselves in high up positions.
No. No. Epstein didn't do it. All right.
Neither did John McAfee.
No.
oh
John
my
McAfee
God,
did
John
not kill
McAfee,
himself
he was
either.
a
hit,
nut. He was a man.
but he was fucking awesome.
He was not awesome. First
was-
off, take that back. He was not awesome. He was a terrible person.
What
He
did he
was
do? I don't
crazy
even know what
as
he did.
fuck.
He
I
was
just remember
crazy
seeing
as
his
fuck.
crazy ass videos.
He moved away, bought a small village in like South America or something, and then started just randomly killing the fucking civilians of that village because he could, and no one
What?
could arrest him for it. Yeah, dude.
He's an
I'd never heard
absolute
about that.
nut.
He owned like a whole island or something. There was like a village on it, and he'd like at just random, he would just start killing people. He would kill people on the island.
Why did the government just say they killed him then? You
I
know?
don't know. He was a terrible person.
Hey, we killed this guy. He sucked, all right? You should be happy.
I know. Everyone,
own
no one
up
would have
to it.
cared. No one would have cared if they're like, we killed John McAfee.
No.
I've been like, yeah. Like,
him.
no one's gonna be against you.
Damn, I didn't know that. I take back what I said now.
Why are they hiding the fact that they did that? I don't know.
Same with Epstein. Like, just admit you killed him. Like,
Well,
the
they
dude
can't
was
because if
terrible.
they say they did it, then it shows that they're covering something up.
Yeah, John McAfee.
Oh, I see what you mean, Anthony. I
wouldn't
see
have
what
been
you mean.
covering anybody, but
He was
yeah,
just a piece of shit.
He would have ratted out. I see what
Yeah,
you mean.
he
So,
was
like,
playing.
you got to
he
do it
had,
before he
he
rats
had
out.
his book and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell. That kind of
I mean,
went
it's
under the
like
radar. That just flew under the radar.
Yeah, high key under the radar.
that and the Las Vegas shooter.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
that's a
so
crazy
much-
one.
That one's crazy. There's so
That's
much
fucked
saying,
up.
Like his
That's a
ass
weird
didn't
one.
do it. He didn't do it. No way in hell. There's no way. It's literally impossible.
At least not alone.
No, the rate that he did it, it's literally impossible that he did
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. Some fucked up shit with that.
Anyway,
America
for all intents and
is just-
purposes, this is a joke, and in Minecraft, CIA.
Yeah.
After-
Luke might disappear. He might just happen to fall down a shaft in a boat somewhere.
He might just
Shaft
happen to
Alley.
be pushed out of a hotel window hospital in Russia.
What he
don't
was
know how
doing
it
there,
got
we
to
don't know.
Russia.
But he took a
He was
trip.
just there.
It, it was an accident. 100%.
He took the walk
I
to
just
Poland
fell.
and went a little too far.
I did fall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a letter that says, "In case I die, I did not kill myself," just like John McAfee. Just like John McAfee, I will
Yeah.
have that letter somewhere in my house. I did not and would never kill myself, and then it comes out that I did. I was like, what the fuck?
Hello Harem podcast host Luke Farnsworth kills himself.
Falls out
That's
window
not
of
right.
hospital.
I like that it's a hospital window too, so like you can't just fall out of those.
Yeah.
They don't
And that it
open.
happened like 5 different people. Like, what a crazy coincidence is going on over there.
Dude, I saw this one article. It was fucking stupid. Like, I hate Putin as much as the next guy, but I'm like, this is not fucking real. Like, you guys have to do something better with your time. The article said, reports say Putin fell downstairs and soiled
I
himself.
saw that. I think the point of it was to get across his age and his health or whatever. But it was like Putin shits his pants as he falls down the stairs.
Kills himself.
What the fuck, man? Like, if you're gonna make a hit article, at least make it interesting.
I mean,
Like,
more
some
fun,
dude shitting his pants. Come on.
more fun shit. Apparently, there are actually protests in China now saying they want to abolish the CCP.
Yeah, China
Apple's
is
moving their
getting
fucking
whacked.
production out of China.
Mm-hmm.
China's getting whacked too.
Like we mentioned that a few months ago, I think,
Did we?
where like I brought it up at least that China was
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
experiencing protests, but no one knew if they were or not, and like they had weird militaristic movement to Hong Kong and shit.
yeah, and
Now
they're,
apparently there's just straight up protests going on. They're like, we don't want the CCP anymore. This is fucking stupid. We hate
it's
this."
crazy.
2023
Especially like
is-
I think college campuses are very like they sent so many college kids home because there's so much like uprising
I wonder
or
if
uprising, you know.
I wonder if we'll see a civil war in China next year.
2023 is going to hit different.
You
Yeah,
think
it
we'll
is.
go and fucking intervene like we do with every civil war in the world?
Probably not with China.
I think with China it's different because we know China's an actual threat. With a country like I don't know, some smaller country, we're like, oh yeah, they're not that
yeah.
bad.
Step in,
Small
give
country,
them
like-
a little bit of freedom.
Vietnam and Korea.
Yeah, let's just go in and just fuck
works.
everything up.
Yeah.
Let's just ruin
like-
everything.
I mean, with
We
our
totally can make it
military
better.
capabilities now, and like countries, we're the big bad wolf, or the big good wolf. I meant, sorry, that was
Yeah,
slipped.
yeah. I mean, we did super cool things like drop napalm in Vietnam.
Yeah,
like-
and just absolutely.
You know-
I was listening to a podcast about
Make ISIS.
it was talking about Iran. It was Lex Friedman. He was talking with a historian who was Iranian, and they were just talking about like everything going on. And as it turns out, this is news to me. In the I think it was the 50s or the 70s, the CIA went in and did a coup in Iran to change the fucking government, and they just fucked everything up. Like they just ruined it.
Why? Why would we do that?
I don't know because
know.
because the CIA or America wants to stick their nose in everything.
We decided.
Oh, we did the same shit to Ukraine and Russia. Do you know that?
Well, name a country we haven't done it. That's the tough question.
There you go. Try it.
Zimbabwe.
We probably have. We've probably like killed people in Zimbabwe.
There's probably something in Zimbabwe and Madagascar. We probably started a lemur uprising at
Yeah.
one point.
The Lemur
Australia?
Uprising of 2024.
Emu War Australia. That was us probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, we coerced the emus.
The one
the reason-
casualty.
We're the reason that there was one casualty on the Australian side.
What a goof. What a goober.
I know.
Imagine being the one guy that died to a fucking emu
In the emu war. You are a bipedal intelligent being that has
Human being.
guns
Weapons. You have
versus a
weapons
bird,
that can't even fly. It's too stupid to fly.
and you lost.
You are going down in history as a certified goober. 100%.
Holy shit.
You get the goober seal of approval.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's like when Disney sues families because they put Spider-Man on a 4-year-old's grave.
Oh yeah, that's
that off,
great.
take
I
that
love
off.
that.
That's super.
Or when the government charges taxes for a lemonade stand.
Or like when the government charges taxes.
Don't pay your taxes.
Taxation is theft.
Yeah.
Join
Without
the Let's go to
representation.
Boston. We'll dump the tea in the bay. Part 2.
Taxation without representation. That's all taxation anymore, too.
Yeah. What if instead of tea, We dumped a bunch of Coca-Cola in.
I think the marine life would like that.
Guys,
New
I think
Coca-Cola
marine life
commercial.
likes Coca-Cola.
If we
This
dumped
will
in
be
Mountain Dew,
fan-
all of the fish.
fantastic for the trout population.
Bro, imagine like fresh clam chowder from a clams that their diet was based
Soaked
on
in
Mountain
Mountain
Dew.
Dew.
How
Oh.
great would that be?
I'm being electric.
That'd be the most gamer-esque clam chowder known to man.
It's like green.
Hey, you know,
It's radioactive.
you know what we made last night? We were
What?
playing Aeon's End, and first round went good. It was just a reshuffle. There were two options that could have happened. If we drew a Nemesis card, we lose immediately. And what needed to happen was I needed to go, and then a wild card. So then Jay could go, we could kill the boss and end the game. That was it. So there were two options. I flip the card, and it's the fucking Nemesis card, and we lose. So I'm like, for shits and giggles, I'll flip the rest of the deck and see what we get. What do you know? The next two cards in the turn order are me and the wild card. So we would have won had the Nemesis not been there. But we play the second round, get absolutely throat fucked by the cum guzzler, whatever his name is. And Kyle keeps talking about Pilk. I don't know why. He's like, you guys want to try some Pilk? And if you don't know what Pilk
Don't tell
is,
me you made
it is
Pilk. Don't
Pepsi
tell me you made
and milk. I was very against this. So in my I don't know, rebellion, I went to the bathroom and I had mouthwash. I'm like, yeah, my teeth are clean. I'm good to go. I'm like, Kyle, I'm not having any Pilk. I just had mouthwash. He makes a Pilk. He takes 3 sips. Jonathan takes 3 sips, and they hand it to me. And I, against better judgment, took a sip of the Pilk. And I learned that Pilk has a subreddit for mixing milk and Pepsi. The key ratio is 1-to-1 to get that good caramel color.
Yeah.
And it tastes fucking horrible. And then Jonathan mixed milk and Jaeger.
Yeah.
Yelk.
Yolk.
I think that's actually a thing, though.
It was not good.
I'm
yeah,
not saying it's
Pilk?
good,
I know.
but I think Jaeger and milk is a thing.
Some people are very strange.
But I know Pilk is actually a thing people love.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Neko Arc loves Pilk.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
No, you fucking
Shut up.
idiot.
It's a fucking animated character. Like, what?
Neko Arc, though.
Alex,
Like, that's believable.
All the memes are Neko Arc drinks Pilk. That's what the memes are, dude.
Alex is the
That's how
average Pilk
bad
enjoyer.
it is. That
I'm
is how
not. I
bad
don't
it
like
is.
Pilk.
Is that people make up that an animated character that's not even relevant to anything likes Pilk.
Fuck Pilk.
Fuck
Fuck
Pilk.
Boston.
Boston was cool.
Fuck
Boston
New
was
York.
cool.
Fuck
Yeah,
upstate
fuck
New York.
Fuck the Finger Lakes. Fuck the Adirondacks.
All right.
Fuck Buffalo.
Before we end it, I need to get a gauge around the room. In Ohio, at least, when you get like a Boston cream donut, it's real pudding-like, you know. But in the authentic Boston cream pie we got, it was more of a whipped fluffiness.
Whipped.
What do you prefer, the pudding or the whipped?
I prefer to get where we originally got cream pied, and I prefer the Boston style.
Anthony?
I prefer the whipped Boston pie.
Interesting. I'm the outlier here. I like the pudding better.
You also like fucking wet tiramisu.
Argument's invalid.
I like
Opinions.
dude, if that cream pie would have had like the pudding consistently,
Pudding.
bonjour,
Good job.
monsieur.
Good job.
Would have been bonjour, monsieur. It was really good. I'm not saying it wasn't absolutely amazing, but I like the pudding better.
Oh, there is one thing I want to bring up. So I browsed TikTok a lot more recently just because I've lost all sense of self-control, and now I find random shit on there that's
You're a
actually kinda
TikToker.
funny.
Okay.
Like Herman Lee reacting to someone making a dinky ass beat of Through the Fire and Flames and him just staring at his phone and just complete and utter distraught. I somehow managed to get on anime TikTok once in a while, and someone said Bocchi the Rock is underrated, and that not enough people see it, and it's not talked about enough.
I would very much
And I
disagree
would
with
just
that.
very much like to know, as people who do watch anime, what are your thoughts on that statement?
I have two thoughts.
Hmm.
He's wrong 100%. It is very popular. But I'm glad he mentioned something about it. I respect that. It's just he's wrong. He's incorrect.
I think his heart, or that person, their heart is in the right place,
Right.
trying to get Bocchi out there. But
Just the wrong information.
yeah, but it's wrong. Bocchi is out there.
Yeah.
Bocchi,
Because it's not
Luke,
underrated.
You were reading stats earlier about Bocchi beating out fucking Chainsaw Man in some statistics.
On Reddit's anime list, Bocchi is
Bocchi
obliterating
Is
Chainsaw
beating
Man.
Chainsaw Man.
Obliterating it. And on my anime list too, it is like barely behind Chainsaw Man.
That is fucking crazy.
Imagine getting ready to get chained and then some dipshit that can't talk comes in and starts
Like-
playing guitar.
Chainsaw Man, the
Ready.
show that has been being hyped up for quite literally over a year before it's even released. Everyone knows Chainsaw Man. There's cosplays at events. And then this little antisocial,
guitarist.
anxious guitar player named Bocchi shows up and steals the fucking show. Oh, and it's a slice of life.
I mean, I'm just saying, they haven't said he's Chainsaw Man and Chainsaw Man
Like,
yet.
and they did
I
say
mean,
Bocchi
Bocchi's
is the Rock.
Rock.
You are Bocchi the
Bocchi the
Rock. They said it. So, I mean, like, that is a one-up I have on Chainsaw Man. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. But
This
I,
episode
like
title
Anthony
could be
said, Chainsaw Man is made.
Bocchi and then, like, the greater than symbol Chainsaw Man.
Piss a lot of
It's
people
like-
off with that one.
Yeah.
It's people
Like
being
Anthony
funny.
said, his heart's in the right place. He just had the wrong information because it's not underrated at all.
Yeah, he had some other stupid opinions. Like, he said Eminence and Shadow was good. It's not. But then, like, he had objectively good ones, like Chainsaw Man. He gave a 10 out of 10. I was like, all right, that's fair.
Yeah, I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
But I was like, Bocchi the Rock's underrated. Everybody talks about this fucking
It's-
show.
it's
I see it.
huge.
I would also give Bocchi 10 out of 10,
I do give
Bocchi
Bocchi.
is so fucking good.
just for different reasons.
But I mean, like, the show's talked about everywhere. Is he not
Yeah.
on anime anything? Like,
Probably not.
no matter what it is, you will find something on Bocchi somewhere.
Yeah, like it's quite literally everywhere.
I mean, oh, they got another really good face for Bocchi this week on the.
I already
yeah.
saw it. It's awesome. I'm excited to watch.
I love Bocchi faces.
I
do
I
too.
like when Bocchi died and transported to the beach.
Yeah,
I liked when she turned into dust and then her friends inhaled her and gained her depression power.
I like when she literally exploded. And then the bird stole her iced cream.
Oh my god, the bird did steal her iced cream. She popped like a balloon too and
She
flew
did.
off in the wind after beach
The
vipers.
Beach Boys.
The
Beach Boys
Beach
did
Boys.
on Bocchi.
Could be, oh, could be.
Did you see the dance they were doing as they were walking away? They were doing the triangle fucking thing. Oh, and
Oh my
Alex, Alex isn't watching Akiba Made War, but last week when me and Luke were watching it in Boston, it was a baseball episode. They were playing a game, and so I'll just give you like a super quick rundown of the pigsty. It's this maid cafe. They all belong to this collective. The head is called Creatureland, and every cafe is a different animal theme, and we follow the pigs.
Don Dokaton.
Don Dokuton. And it's a pretty gruesome show. A lot of people die. It's nutty.
Right.
But we get to this baseball scene because the one girl is like, "Hey, we gotta stop the violence. Let's have a good game of baseball." And the pig cafe did not have enough people for a full team, so the manager hired foreigners from South America to play on the team, and they speak Spanish. They don't speak Japanese, and they were just a fucking hoot on the field. They were so goddamn funny.
They were also sucked. They were
They
also
were terrible
really
at
bad.
baseball.
They were from like, I don't know why I want to say Brazil. It wasn't Brazil, but it was like one of the like, big countries of baseball that is in the southern
They
hemisphere of
suck.
America.
She said,
They
I just hired these people from Occupy.
And they're sitting there just having the best time ever, vibing dirty.
Luke, did you see in this week's episode when the manager was fishing and she finally got a bite and it was the fucking maid?
What's
I saw
her
that
name?
clip, actually. I saw that
Yes,
clip.
oh, it was so
And
funny.
I watched. I was like, "What the fuck?" That show gives me a headache. Just sometimes, though. Other times, I'm like, I enjoy this, and then I don't know if I enjoy it. But I do enjoy is Reincarnated as a Sword, the best show of the season. Chainsaw Man, who get out of here?
Fran.
No, I love Fran, dude.
She loves curry.
She does love curry.
She fucking loves curry.
Anyway, I think that's about all I have for the week.
Yeah, same here.
So fuck Boston. Sancho, marry me.
New York
New
still
York
sucks.
sucks.
I'm still single. Please marry me.
The podcast is still free.
Please marry me.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the Hello Harem podcast, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the episode to someone who you think might enjoy it as well. Let us know in the comments what you think about the craziness going on in the world, about Bochy the Rock. And
Bochy the Rock is the craziness going on in the world.
yeah, straight up. And if you've been to Boston or live in Boston, let us know your thoughts on Boston. I'm
Let us
curious
know why
to
you
know.
hate it. Because you have to.
Let us know your experiences from Boston.
I want to know if it
Massachusetts.
really closes at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I'm
Or
also
if we
curious
just
to
got
that.
there on a bad weekend.
Yeah.
How's that Pabst
So
Blue
without further ado, guys, that is the end of the episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you next week on the Hello Harem podcast.
Pabst the Ribbon? What else?